guys, let me check that my video actually started. I've got a clicker, but this is my first one. So yep, it did. Awesome. Hey guys, yes, you still have to put up with me. All right. Today I'm going to be on page 807 in your math book to start. Go ahead and get your math book out because we're going to be using it. If you need to pause for a minute and get your math book out. All right. We are going to be working on converting customary, so the US, what we use because we do what we want, right? Units of measure, units of length. So we're working with inches and feet, yards, and miles. So remember in a ruler, 12 inches, 12 inches in a foot, okay? In a yard, we have 3 feet actually. So this ruler would go 1, 2, 3 times, which makes for 36 inches. You'll see this here. I've got 1 foot has 12 inches, 1 yard has 3 feet, or that says 12 inches, guys. It's not supposed to. Think in your head right now how many that would be. It's also in your book. It's actually 36 inches. Just making sure you're paying attention, right? Okay, so off of that, we also have 1 mile has 5,280 feet, or 1,760 yards. Again, this is in your book. Don't worry if you didn't catch all that from me saying it, okay? We're gonna start out and talk about like, well, what if I need to know how many inches are in a certain amount of feet, okay? So I'm gonna start out, and guess what, guys? You get the trick right off, all right? I'm gonna teach you a calculator that we are going to use this whole unit, and it is going to be amazing and super helpful. So this is the calculator. You may want to write this down somewhere so you have it as a reference. Definitely take this note. The way you're gonna do it, you're gonna draw a box in the middle, a line on each side. Get that down. Okay, this side is gonna be, say, big. This side is small. This will make sense in just a minute. An arrow goes over the top, pointing to the right. And the times symbol, or the multiplication symbol, goes here. An arrow goes to the bottom, pointing to the left, and the division symbol goes here, okay? So moving on, if I want to find out how many inches there are in 4 feet, for example, what I can do is I can say, okay, feet and inches, I know feet are bigger, so I'm starting with feet here. I know I have 4 feet. I'm trying to make inches, inches is smaller, that goes here. And this box in here is the unit. How many are in 1? How many inches are in 1 foot? There's 12, okay? So 12 goes in the box. Now I can see I'm trying to go from here, follow the arrows, to here. So it tells me to multiply. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna do 12 times 4. Some of you know it, 12 times 4, say it if you know it. For those of us that don't quite have our 12 facts down, practice them. This is a great way to use your time during this break. Well, not break, dismissal. For those of you that don't know though, 4 times 2, that's gonna give us 8. 4 times 1 is 4, that's gonna give us 48. So that tells me that there are 48 inches in 4 feet. Think about it the other way now. What if I wanted to find out how many feet I had if I had a certain amount of inches? So let's say, okay, I've got 42 inches. I know inches are smaller. I want to know how many feet that's bigger. 42 inches. Again, I know that there's 12 inches in a foot, so that's my unit. But this time, I'm going this way. This arrow tells me to divide. So I'm going to divide here. Watch these steps closely. This one takes a little bit more thinking and a little more process. 42 divided by 12. 12 goes into 42 3 times without going over. 12 times 3 is 36. As I subtract that, I get 6. I'm done, that's my remainder. Our remainder, remember, becomes our numerator for a mixed number, and and our denominator is what it was here. I'm going to create a mixed number here. 6/12, so I have 3 and 6/12. 6/12 simplifies to what? It simplifies to 1/2. I can divide them both by 6. So that tells me that 3 1/2 is my answer. So 42 inches makes 3 1/2 feet. So that's how you use the calculator. If you feel really confident about this and you're like, I get it, I can do this, this also works with yards and miles. If you feel confident, feel free to go and do some work, try it out, see how you do. If you're struggling along the way, I'll put up a couple more videos so that you get a little more practice with. All right, good luck guys, miss ya.